Hello, fellow Star Wars fans. My name is Starrapter, and if you're looking for weekly Star Wars Resistance reviews, then you're in the right place. Make sure you subscribe to this channel so you never miss a future Resistance review. That being said, this week we are taking a look at Season 1, Episode 6, titled Signal from Sector 6. In this episode, we have Kaz reuniting with Poe Dameron. They're going on a little bit of a training mission. Next thing you know, there's a signal for help coming from this abandoned pirate freighter. They go investigate it, and they are attacked by none other than Kowakian monkey lizards. That's right, and that's why I call this episode in my head When Kowakian Monkey Lizards Attack, because that's pretty much what this whole episode was about, and kind of what I had problems with this episode. I will say this is my least favorite episode of Star Wars Resistance to date, but it's got a lot of good parts about it, so let's talk about those right away. I liked how they kind of focused on Kaz getting woken up. I like how in Star Wars we never really kind of dealt with that, about people just being groggy, waking up from their sleep, and he's trying to go get Calf, and just nothing's going in his favor, and his day gets so much brighter when he finds out that he's actually going into contact with Poe Dameron for the first time since he got dropped off at the Colossus. So that was really cool, is because we see this whole little thing going on with Yeager trying to make it very secretive that Kaz is actually going to meet with Poe, because they don't want to let anybody know that the Resistance is actually meeting at the Colossus. So I think it's really cool how they do this like mid-air type of transportation, going out of the shuttle, going onto the ship. And that's what I also really enjoyed about Kaz getting what looks like his T-70 Resistance X-Wing. He even has the helmet, kind of like Poe Dameron. He even gets his own droid, CB-23. Definitely has some spirit about that droid for sure. She's definitely one to pick the bones of different things, like with Kaz especially. Turns out the BB-8 seems to like this little droid further in the episode, so that's kind of cool how they got this little thing going on between the two droids. I don't know what's going to happen there. I think the interactions with Kaz and Poe are very good in this episode. We do see sometimes that Poe seems to get a little bit angry or a little bit, just a little bit perturbed by Kaz, but then again, he is kind of, having him go on forward and learning these different maneuvers with his X-Wing and whatnot. I really do like in this episode, too, how we have another subplot going on with this character of Sonara. They rescue her, and I knew right from the get-go that there was something different about her, mainly because we see her actually flying with a helmet, but I could tell it was her because it's a Muriel, and you don't see a lot of those in Star Wars, so it was her from that second episode. Yes, she is playing coy with the Resistance. I thought it was really strange that she got accepted into the Colossus registered so easily. Like, they gotta have a better background check. Of course, they did say that Kaz and Poe kind of vetted her in there, so maybe their word is good enough to get, or Yeager at least, get her in there. So it's gonna be cool having her as a spy for the pirates. We do know there's a First Order spy as well. So there's a lot of these different moving parts, which is really interesting. I think the animation was really good as well. That one moment when they're on the pirate ship, there's a lot of smoke effects going on, and with the kind of shell-shaded nature of the animation, it looks freaking phenomenal. So I was really digging that. And let's talk about the thing that I didn't like about this episode is everybody just like running around from trying to escape these Kowakian monkey lizards. Like, what is going on? They're just these little creatures. How are they possibly giving you guys that much trouble? Especially with Poe Dameron. I mean, you read the comics, he's dealt with a lot worse. So it seems like they are having too much trouble with these things. And what really bothered me is how they brought in a gigantic Kowakian monkey lizard. There is like no information, no exposition, no even like simple line about, oh, this thing was like tested on a laboratory or something. Like, why is there a Kowakian monkey lizard that is the size of a freaking Gundark? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Maybe in a future episode we'll learn more about that. But I felt like this episode was mainly just like kind of running around. Oh, it's the creature episode, if you will, which are in a lot of Star Wars animation. Like Rebels had those. I'm pretty sure Clone Wars had those. We did get sprinkled information of stuff like, Kaz is learning more about the Resistance, so that's good. It's good to see him there with Poe. I was hoping that it wouldn't be until the finale to see Poe again. So Gwendolyn Christie as Phasma has been in this series pretty frequently, so hopefully we get more episodes with Poe before the finale for sure. So those were my thoughts on the Resistance episode there. Like I said, my least favorite of the series, but it definitely pushes the story forward. There's a difference between filler for filler's sake, where it just has an episode and boom, it's done. For this episode, it builds on that character of Sonara, she got introduced. We're definitely going to see her again, and there's that whole subplot going there. So yeah, I do definitely look forward to the next episode of Star Wars Resistance. And speaking of Star Wars Resistance, you guys might be even more inclined to watch this show now because it was out there by one of the executive producers that there is going to be definitely the 6 months. This is taking place 6 months before the events of The Force Awakens. It was rumored, and now it is confirmed by those that work on the project. Another interesting tidbit of information is that this is confirmed to be going on at the same time as the events of The Force Awakens. So we're going to eventually get to that timeline where they're going to have concurrent events, and I think that's going to be amazing because just think about it. Somebody from the Star Wars underworld tweeted this out, and they said that how great would it be if we have Kaz experiencing the pain of losing Hosnian Prime by Starkiller, and he's empathizing, or Leia's empathizing with him because she's also lost her home planet. So I think that would be a great scene. Definitely, check out the guys at the Star Wars Underworld. They do a fantastic podcast and lots of cool stuff there. So give them credit for that because that was a great thought that they made up there, and I'm really looking forward to the cool stuff like that as far as bridging the gap into The Force Awakens. I mean, they already got Oscar Isaac, who is a very big A-list actor. I don't know why they couldn't get Daisy Ridley or John Boyega to do a couple lines. It's a heck of a lot easier to do voice acting than it is, or at least, I mean, I respect voice acting, but at least they don't have to get dressed up and all that kind of thing, go on to set to film something. So, get these guys into the recording booth for a couple hours one day, just do a couple lines, have cameos in a couple future episodes. Heck, maybe they can even get Adam Driver as Kylo Ren because, well, we had that Kylo Ren reference. I don't think they're going to make reference to this character's name if they're not going to show him. I mean, he is like the face of this era of Star Wars in the sequel trilogy, kind of like Darth Vader. You're not going to have a mention of him without actually showing him. So yeah, that is some exciting stuff that is coming out for Star Wars Resistance. If you guys are on the fence about this series, definitely check it out. If you like the Rebels, you're going to like this. If you like Clone Wars, you're going to like this. So definitely watch this series for sure. Also, worth mentioning that I have my giveaway for the book Lando's Luck. It's still going on for a couple days, so information for that should be up here as well as in the comment section down below. So that is going to do it for me, Starrapter. What did you guys think of this video, of this episode of Star Wars Resistance? Let me know in that comment section below. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I have plenty of Star Wars videos that I release on a weekly basis, so make sure you are subscribed so you never miss another video, and it does especially help me out. My name is Starrapter. Thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you always. Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also include 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me, and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Starrapter.